But Zane going up against Poinaiki, Sean Pointer, and Pomai Ho'opili. That's all of these heats. Super stacked, yeah, Anthony?
But we can't help but continue to say it because you see a heat and you think it. You're like, wait, I keep saying that, but it's true.
And more exciting to see the heats in the water right now in this heat. We've got a guy who's been in the final for the past 3 years, Peo Lizarazu from France. Just gnarly goofy foot, backhand power. Kind of reminds you of like a Tom Carroll or something of that sort when you're talking about shortboard surfing and the comparisons. But Peo, obviously lots of talent, being able to make the final here 2 years in a row. Keahite Aboitz, the world champion kite surfer, is riding a kind of similar equipment to Kai Lenny, where he's able to slide it around and do those kinds of progressive maneuvers. Noah Janella's got the local knowledge right here in the white jersey. And Keikoa Awai, the West Side powerhouse, he's been showing that definitely has finalist kind of mentality, finalist talent. He can win here very easily.
And he's definitely looking for the win. Fellow competitor Bonga Perkins getting taken out. Keikoa really trying to represent. And it looks like we're going to head down to the beach with an interview with Robin Johnston.
You got second in that heat from the last course we saw, but at least you're through no matter what. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels awesome. It's exciting, a little jittery just because, you know, it's a contest, but put a couple good waves together, and the 5-fin board that I made here works really good, and the fins from Greg Griffin work really, really good.
Right on. So conditions a little smaller. How does that change your strategy today?
Conditions are small, but still punchy sunset and chunky with the wind. So even though it's small for sunset, it's still challenging. Strategy is kind of cat and mouse, bebopping between the point and wide and the point and wide. So it's a lot of moving around.
Well, you're on to the next one.
And congrats to Ian. Thank you.
Thanks, Robin.
All right, Robin, congratulations once again. We'll see you in the quarterfinals. Advancing along with Ian Vaz, taking out the young and very, very talented Mo Freitas. And also, they took out the world champion, Leiko Salazar. So, talking about the stacking of the heats, the thickening of the talent pool, I mean, the two guys that lost could have easily won this event as well, Leiko and Mo.
And both are previous event winners. In the water now, we have in red, Keikoa Awai. In white, Noah Janela. In blue, Peo Lizarazu. And in green, Keahite Aboitz. Competitors still waiting to catch their first wave. They're lined up and in position as they wait for a few waves to come in. Those of you that are out there watching on the webcast, thanks for tuning in.
16 minutes and 20 seconds. We're 16 minutes and 20 seconds left in this heat number 4. Sorry, heat number 5. Heat number 6 needs to check in. And then we'll be standing by for heat number 1 of the quarterfinals coming up after.
As we see, I'd like to give a shout out for Robin Johnston's handler. I believe that's Kohei from Japan, one of our trialists who is catching some bombs. Deikai Nami, big waves, very nice surfing by the Japanese stand-up paddler. Also helping out Robin Johnston. That's why you surf so good in your heats. You had some tips from Robin.
Use that local knowledge.
O'Neill.
Very, very valuable in surfing on the North Shore. And we're going to take you down to the winner of the last heat, I believe, and on to the quarterfinals. Mr. Ian Vaz.
Ian, how did he go for you?
Yeah, it was really nice. I'm really happy and hope everything goes good in the next heat. And this was one of the most difficult heats I've ever surfed in all my life. Surf with Mo. It's my friend, Brazilian and Hawaiian. He rips. And Leco, world champion. And Robbie, I think one of the most difficult in this condition because he's a local and surf here almost every day. And I'm happy and let's see.
Good job,
Hope
man.
everything goes good.
See you next time, man. Good job.
And we're back. As you see, people still flocking to the beach. Even though we've been here for hours, it's still early, approaching the noon o'clock hour as Red is up and riding from deep. That's Keikoa Owai setting up for something big off the top, throwing spray, not landing it. That's an incomplete maneuver, but he'll definitely get some points for trying.
Yep, and that is the opening wave of the heat. A little bit of a lull in the action, but there are more waves out the back right now to supply some scoring potential for this heat number 5. Only other heat we saw with a similar lull was heat number 11 of round 3. And, you know, that's when you have this many heats going on and only 2 of the heats, you know, didn't have that much waves. But even though there were waves, it just depended on their positioning. But literally just a great day for competition. Lots of contestable surf and a lot of opportunity for those high-performance maneuvers.
Yeah, we saw the other day with the bigger surf, the competitors are riding bigger boards and a little more power surfing and looking for the inside tube sections. Now you'll see the surfing change a little bit. The competitors will be riding a little bit smaller board and getting a lot more aggressive.
Yep, as the day pours on and we get into our quarterfinal round, we'll see the talent and skill level just escalate as it does with each passing round. Wow, way on the deep, that is green, I believe. That's Keahi de Aboitz. And this wave just stretches all the way across, and on the outside it is blue, Peo Lizarazu. Peo up and down this wave, carving nicely. Nice, another top turn right there, and going to carve under that lip, and it gets very steep and shallow as we see Red, Keikoa Owai also up and riding. So the surfers are really spread across the lineup right now.
If you can see on camera, we have, looks like Red up and riding again. That's Keikoa Owai. Keikoa coming off the bottom. Nice turn off the top, using his paddle to get back into the wave, setting up to hit the section. Hits the section, pulls it down, completes the maneuver, and he'll see if there's one more maneuver in this wave. He'll jump off his board. Keikoa Owai putting some scores on the board. He's got a previous score that just locked in at a 3.5. Keahi with a 0.5 for his quick stand-up. Competitors will be judged 0 through 10. Replay of, looks like Keikoa's wave that we just saw coming off the bottom again. You'll watch him set up his board, a nice double pump off the bottom, and boom, just banking it off the whitewater right there. Keikoa is looking to get into the finals as we see green, Keahi de Aboitz.
And he's working his way off the bottom and cranks one off the top. And into this little double up section for some reform action, and he gets knocked off his board there. So not able to complete that next turn, but he'll get a score on the board, and we'll filter these in and see where the situations put each surfer as the heat goes on, with just about 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Welcome to Sunset Beach. Please be careful when entering the water. We have a very strong current running along the shore and then out to sea. The water gets over your head very deep as we watch Red on this replay, Keikoa Owai, And if we're watching out in the ocean, live action by surfer in white, Noah Janela.
Noah getting in a couple of turns on that wave as we see a beautiful wave approaching the Hawaiian Water Patrol jet ski. Looks like we've got a set approaching a little bit closer to the West Bowl. Perhaps we'll see if competitors are in position. Looks like Keikoa is in position to get a good one.
Yeah, Keikoa is the furthest wide over here to the left, so he may be in the best position. You see Peo Lizarazu and Keahi de Boits kind of in the midsection. Actually, that's Noah Janela caught in the impact zone. Peo Lizarazu able to make it back to the outside. He's also in a possible vying position for this wave. And check this out is what we want to show you on the replay. A whale breach way on the outside. We've got about 9 minutes remaining. 9 minutes, and it is humpback whale season here in Hawaii. So we'll be seeing them each and every day. The puffs of smoke going by on the outside, the breaches once in a while. And I'd like to thank one of our great sponsors, Amp Energy, for keeping us fueled and focused each and every minute here at the Stand Up World Tour Sunset Beach Pro. What flavor you got there?
Cherry.
Oh, you get the cherry. I get the lemonade.
Lemonade.
All right. Woo.
Thank you, Amp, for providing our replays as well.
Big mahalo to all of our sponsors. Of course, the Waterman League putting on this great event. And the Waterman League headquartered and based at Turtle Bay Resort, just 5 minutes up the road here. If you're looking for safe swimming, well, I know we've been saying there's a strong current here, dangerous swimming. If you want to have a safe swimming experience, head on up to Turtle Bay Resort. They have a beautifully protected cove with a nice sandy entry, safe for all skill levels and all ages. Just stay very close to shore when you go there, and you can swim around on the east end of the cove. But the west end, there's a little bit of a current, but very safe swimming there in front of Ola Restaurant at Turtle Bay Resort. Also, mahalo to Starboard, GoPro, Amp Energy, the Hui SUP, Maui Gym, Pacifico, Malibu, and Go Mokulele Airlines.
And we see some of our previous competitors on the beach. Sven Peltonen's on the beach, being joined by his brother. Yeah, Sven, great job representing. Sven behind our Malibu Rum banner. And we've got Peo up and riding on his backside with a nice turn off the bottom. Paddle transfer turn off the top. Steep section for Peo, throwing some spray. Oh, this one's going to set up for a big closing maneuver as we see Keahi taking off out the back.
And up and riding in red, that is Keikoa Awai from the west side. Couple of turns off the bat already, and more speed down the line. This one's shaping up to be a nice one in front. Cranking it one time, now has to do a big roundhouse cutback to stay with this wave. And there is the roundhouse. And continuing on to Val's Reef, we'll see if he can make the connection. And he kicks out. 6 minutes, 20 seconds. And, yep, Sven and Johnny getting some of the action here on the beach.
Johnny, one of the city and county lifeguards, helping keep the people safe going swimming.
Yep, mahalo, big mahalo to our city and county lifeguards doing the daily duties of keeping everyone safe as Keahi de Boits finds one on the inside. Top turn and comes unglued. A little bit of a choppy section there and just got shaken up a little bit near the lip.
You know, Keahi's got to be tired from his last paddle out. Keahi and Noah Janela took those first couple of waves very deep, and it's been about a 6 or 7 minute paddle for Keahi, choosing to sit further towards the point than some of our other competitors, and maybe he was a little bit tired from the paddle out on that maneuver.
So situation in the water, Keikoa Awai in red is in first. Peo Lizarazu in second. Keahi de Aboitz is in third. And Noah Janela is out there in fourth. We'll get you scores updated.
Just approaching 5 minutes left in this heat. 5 minutes left in heat number 5 of 6. We are in round number 4 here at the Stand Up World Tour at Sunset Beach.
And here's a last of red that the judges are requesting to see a replay of. That's Kekoa Awai. See that first snapping turn there? Pretty good. And he gets a nice wall down the line to work with. And does a nice front side carve. Gets way out in front of it here so he can put it on rail for the nice little roundhouse and beautiful paddle transfer.
The couple of finishing turns as we have Noah Janela. No, that's Keahi in green. Keahi de Aboitz off the bottom. Nice turn, throwing some spray off the top. Another little tail slide turn. Little paddle transfer cutback for Keahi. He'll kick out of this one, paddle back out. Notice how fast he's paddling now because of his first hold down.
Yeah, he's got some of his energy back and also trying to get out of that impact zone, not wanting to be stuck there again. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in heat number 5. Heat number 6 on standby. Then we'll be getting into our quarterfinal round.
As we see a nice wave on screen, that's Keahi de Aboitz paddling back out. Couple of lefts have been ridden here today, so maybe the goofy footers are thinking about going on those lefts. But me being a goofy footer, I would steer clear of the lefts today.
Yeah, as tempting as it would be, unless you're going to get one that's going to give you, a nice barrel with an exit, which there are some rare gems on these lefts, as we see Peo Lizarazu giving way to white Noah from Kavela Janela. And Noah Janela cranks a couple off the top. Nice another bottom turn there with yet another turn, and then he can't stay with it, so he kicks out. And he also paddling very quickly in that impact zone to avoid another pounding by an outside set. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
We're glad to see Noah back and healthy. Noah with a kite surfing accident last year. Kai Lenny taking him kite surfing, and he had a pretty gnarly injury, but he's recovered nicely. He's back in the water, back hunting, and doing everything that he loves to do.
And you folks on the shoreline with your bag and everything, you're playing it very on the edge with the high surges. We've had waves surge higher than where you are earlier today. As we're watching a replay in white of the man in green, Keahi de Aboitz. Yeah, if we have a big set coming through while you're sitting down there, it would be a mad dash to keep everything dry. And time remaining in this heat, 1 minute and 20 seconds. There's a shot of everybody on the beach. Aloha. How are you guys doing? Turn around. The camera's right there. Say how's it. Throw a shaka. You're on TV. StandUpWorldTour.com. If you're watching here on the beach and you'd like your friends or your families from somewhere else in the world to be able to see what you're enjoying, why don't you tell them to check out StandUpWorldTour.com. It's all one word. They can find us on the website and click the live feed button, and they'll be seeing all the great camera angles and the beautiful scenery here. Possibly even see you on camera. Check out StandUpWorldTour.com. All one word, and it's very easy to find. 23 seconds remaining. Currently in this heat, Peo Lizarazu in first, Kekowai in second, Kiahide Aboitz in third, Noah Janela in fourth. Standing by with 10 seconds remaining. Looks like this heat is going to end with no further rides in 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go, counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As we start the last heat of round 4, we have in red Poinaiki Raioa out of Tahiti. In white, we've got Zane Schweitzer. In blue, we have fellow FCS team rider as White is up and riding. Or is this from the last heat? Yes, this is the last heat coming in as the surfers in the next heat are getting ready. We've got Red up and riding.
Red pulling in. That's Poinaiki Raioa charging right off the bat. And check out this on the left. Pomai Ho'opili. He not scared. He's going. And hard to tell what's happening, but I do see his board getting tumbled in the whitewater, so possibly went for a barrel attempt at the left at sunset. And he'll be making it back to the lineup through that difficult impact zone there, but I'm sure he's going to make it back out in a few short moments. Yet to see from Zane Schweitzer and Sean Pointer.
On cue, both of them up and riding. Zane on the left pulling out. Sean Pointer continuing with this right. Banking a turn off the top. Sean, a very speedy surfer. You see a nice aggressive turn there coming off the whitewater. Good opening score for Sean Pointer. He'll look to continue this wave into the channel. Paddle back out for another one. As we have Zane Schweitzer up and riding. Zane on his backhand, one of the most aggressive surfers in the stand-up paddle community with a nice turn off the top.
Really high energy with this guy, Scott.
Boom, Zane just linking some very nice turns together. Another one off the top, hitting the whitewater. He didn't complete that maneuver, but he stayed on his feet, which is a really good kind of cements your wave to the judges, letting them know you're in control.
Yep, and a good display of athleticism, being able to stay on his feet and get out of that impact zone in time without a super clean kick out. And a nice couple of turns from Zane Schweitzer, really cranking that board around on his backhand, as we saw Red finishing up a quick ride that was Poinaiki Raioa. So he's headed back out. So all surfers getting in their first opening rides here in heat number 6. Quarterfinal number 1. Please check in. Quarterfinal number 1, please check in. And here's Poinaiki's first wave, I believe, when he traveled through the barrel trying to pull in, but you can see the wave pinching shut right there on the end. So I believe only the barrels might be only worth it if you're sure about the exit. Other than that, it's going to be a tough heat if you're constantly searching for these barrels at this type of swell at sunset.
We are joined in the booth here by one of our trialists and the handler for Robin Johnston. Introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
My name is Kohei Shirakawa from Japan. I'm living in a countryside in Japan called Shikoku Island, and I've been standing up surfing for 6 years now, and I really love it, and I just super happy to be part of this event now.
Well, we're excited to have you as well. And if you'll hang out with us in the booth for a second as we watch this set approaching, we'll have some of these competitors on this wave right now. That is Pomai Ho'opili fading on this one. He's in green, setting up for a nice paddle transfer turn off the top, landing it smoothly, changing hands again. And Pomai will pull out of that one. Very nice aggressive maneuver, hitting the lip and transferring his paddle all in the same maneuver, leaving Poi Nike, Zane, and Sean Pointer out the back waiting for another wave. So tell me, would you like to say hi to any of your fans out there in Japan watching?
Okay. Well, my wife just told me that she wake up 3 in the morning to watch the live show. I was like, what? So, actually, a lot of Japanese people watching the live show, and they really interested in, what's going on, like world top athlete, and then they really love it watching it, and so it's really really good.
Excellent. Hey, your wife waking up at 3 in the morning to watch the morning show with Zane Schweitzer, as we have Poi Nike having a look but deciding not to take this one. This one actually is a pretty good inside wave as we're approaching 15 minutes left in this last heat of round number 4. So if there's lots of people in Japan watching, how about leaving us with some final words in Japanese?
Oh, okay. Did I say okay?
Japanese.
こんにちは、日本の皆さん。今日は、最終日、波だいぶ下がってしまったんですけども、それでも、全然、いい波が、やってきます。本当にこの大会は一番大きな、世界大会で、本当に有名な、選手がいっぱい集まってきて、で特に今年なんかは、本当にティーンエイジャーの、若い選手がたくさん、集まってきています。本当に、こういう舞台でどんどんこう世界から、新しい選手が集まってきてやっているので、本当にこれから、日本人の選手もどんどん出てきて盛り上げていってくれたらなと思います。
Well, thank you. I couldn't have said it better myself. Well said, and thanks for joining us in the booth. And will you be out there caddying for Robin for his next heat?
Yeah, for sure. For the final, I think.
Excellent. Looks like Zane Schweitzer on his backhand. Zane with a beautiful turn off the bottom, under the lip snap. Again, a nice turn off the top, throwing some spray. Zane really does a great job of staying low and getting speed out of every turn. Boom! Zane going off the top, and out behind Zane, it looks like Sean Pointer not quite wanting that entire wave. And that's Poi Nike Ryoja from Tahiti dropping into this one. A nice drop in. Beautiful turn off the top. Poi Nike coming off the bottom again. A nice snappy turn on that one. Setting up, this one's got a good wall on it. Paddle transfer. Again, paddle transfer off the whitewater. That was a really nice maneuver. Banking it off the whitewater. Continuing with this wave, another little whitewater foam climb. And that's a really nice scoring wave as we approach 13 minutes left. That's leaving Pomai Ho'opili out the back on a beautiful looking wave. Grabbing rail, setting up for the barrel, but you saw that one just got a little bit warbly as we have waves continuing to approach. And looks like looks like all the competitors getting waves on that one. You see Pomai just throwing his hand up, and we've got a replay. How about you take us through this replay? in Japanese. Go.
もう一度ターンして抜けるか。みんなねこういう波でもね本当にこう結構短い板でやってるんですよね。
So coming unstuck on the replay. We've got some scores that are posted. Sean Pointer with a 5 is leading the heat. Zane Schweitzer before his last ride that we just saw a replay, I believe. Zane Schweitzer with a 0.5 and a 4.25. He's in second, needing a 0.76 to take over the lead from Sean Pointer. Pomai is in third place with a 0.9 and a 2.25. And in fourth place is Poinaiki with a 1.5. But everyone's got scores to lock in with under 12 minutes to go. Exciting action. Thank you so much for joining us here in the booth. And tell Robin good luck in his next heat.
Yep. Thank you very much. Mahalo.
Thank you. We're still waiting for some scores to be locked in, and I'm up here in the booth just watching some of the competitors get ready for their next heat as Zane Schweitzer comes in off of his beautifully ridden wave. Let's all give Zane a round of applause. He can hear you right there on the beach. That's Zane Schweitzer, host of our morning show, incredible ambassador for the sport, Starboard team rider. And I know if Zane was in the booth, he would give a shout out to his sponsor, Alpine Stars. Zane wearing some Alpine Stars board shorts. FCS team rider. Oh, bring it up here, Sven. Sven just letting me know that Zane had a broken paddle as we saw a replay. Or was that live action? Zane Schweitzer with a broken paddle, perhaps on that last maneuver. Zane really going for it, trying to put an exclamation point on 5 or 6 really nice backside turns. Just a reminder, it's very dangerous for swimming today. If you're coming down to the beach to enjoy the beach, be sure and stay close.
You got to say hi to Dan and Kelly in Hood River for Jibe Digital watching over there in Oregon. 9 minutes, 44 seconds remaining here in heat number 6 of the round 4. Next heat, quarterfinals, Bo Nixon, Cody Kerbox, and Matt Becker.
We've got some waves approaching our competitors as we're still waiting for a couple scores to get locked in. As we see white and blue and red having a paddle, it looks like blue, that would be Sean Pointer coming off the top with a beautiful carving turn, setting up for another one. A nice snap turn. Looks like the wind got underneath his starboard board on that one. Sean Pointer, part of the Starboard Dream Team, as they call themselves.
Yep, Starboard, one of our main sponsors here at the Sunset Beach Pro. And if you're looking for something to do after the event, head over to Turtle Bay Resort. Surfer the Bar always has great action going on there at nighttime. They got a beautiful big screen. They show all the replays of the surf events going on around the world. They've got a couple of other big screens for other sports as well. So check out Surfer the Bar at Turtle Bay Resort. If you're looking for free live music this Saturday, we've got that going on at Bonsai Sushi Bar, the North Shore's best sushi. And that'll be happening Saturday at 7 p.m. Some live music from Tui and Tao, some reggae music happening at Bonsai Sushi this Saturday. 7 minutes, 45 seconds here in the heat. Sean Pointer out in the lead. Zane Schweitzer currently in second. Pomai Ho'opili in third, needs a 2.51. And Poinaiki, the youngster from Tahiti, out there in fourth, needs a 3.26.
Thanks again to everyone joining us here on the beach, here at Sunset Beach on the beautiful island of Oahu. What a great arena for a surfing competition, Sunset Beach, filled with competition history. Some of the incredible contests we had in the early 60s. I say we, but I wasn't there.
We as in this venue. Yep, started with the Smirnoff Duke Classic for many years during those 60s and 70s, and evolved now into the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. Of course, the long-running XL and HIC Pro here at Sunset. And events have come and gone here at Sunset as well, including one Hui shootout we had here. As we see red, this is Poinaiki Raioha, currently in fourth place, I believe. Needs this score to help him, and he does nicely with a couple of nice turns up and over the lip on that inside wave, but made the most of it.
He definitely made the most of it and trying to build on his previous scores. We're still waiting for some scores to lock in. It looks like they might be coming in now, Rocky. So Zane Schweitzer's last wave, 4.65. To go with his 4.25 is in the lead with an 8.9. Close behind Zane is Sean Pointer with a 5 and a 3.65. Poinaiki is in third. His last wave coming in at a 6.75. He needs only a 1.9 to move into second place. He may have gotten it with one of his other rides. And Pomai Ho'opili is in fourth place with a total heat score of 4.55. He needs a 6.35 to move into second as White is up and riding.
This is Zane Schweitzer, your heat leader, carving nicely off the top, air dropping back into it. And then another nice slash in the open face. And Anthony talked about it, Zane being a great ambassador for the sport of stand-up paddle, surfing and racing. And the Maui boy kicks out clean and is headed back out. And we do have a lost Toyota key on the beach. So if you come across a Toyota rental key, please return it to Midori. We're currently looking for her car key somewhere in the sand or around the bike path. So if you found a Toyota key, we appreciate you bringing it back here, and we can get it to the rightful owner. As Blue, that's Sean Pointer, putting on a nice show there. Still riding, and then he kicks out. Sean Pointer currently in second place with 4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes. And, oh, the baby's on camera. Yeah, hi. Oh, you don't want to be? You never know. You could get discovered here at the Stand Up World Tour Sunset Beach Pro.
You're looking at chick in the purple bikini right here. Purple bikini right here.
And up and riding in red, Poinaiki Raioha carving one nice turn on the rail. And another little check turn to get some speed down the line. And carves nicely with beautiful paddle transfers right in front of the surfer in blue, Sean Pointer. And he's got an inside section floating nicely, holding his balance. So he finishes clean. Poinaiki Raioha pouring it on here in the latter moments of heat number 6, the last heat of round 4.
As Pomai Ho'opili in green is on this wave. A little bit warbly, but bam, hits that section. Didn't get any maneuvers out the back, but ended with an exclamation point and a nice backflip off the white water. Speaking of backflip, Zane Schweitzer, winner of the What's Your Move contest, with a backflip paddling out onto his board. As you see blue and white out the back, that's Zane Schweitzer on screen. Zane out the back by himself in the lead with 2 minutes to go. I think Zane is pretty stoked right now, as is cameraman, brother, mentor, Matty Schweitzer.
Well, he's got a couple of scores at a 4.25 and a 4.65 that are contributing to his total score and has him in the lead. Still waiting for the last score, I believe, of Sean Pointer. And also waiting for some scores of Poinaiki Rioja. Time remaining 1 minute and 45 seconds.
We've got a very close heat and some scores waiting to drop in. This is...
Yeah, it's going to really shake things up. So we can... we have to be very careful in explaining that the scores that are reflected on the board right now may be missing some numbers that need to come in due to the computer system. So we'll just pay attention to the time, pay attention to the action in the water, and hopefully scores start to trickle in as we count down with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining.
Zane Schweitzer, our heat leader, him and his family helped to put on the Stand Up for the Cure event, which will be on at May 4th this year in Newport Beach. Stand Up for the Cure. Proceeds going to help benefit breast cancer research. Zane Schweitzer won a Guinness Book of World Records at the last event for giving a stand-up paddle lesson to over 1,000 people.
Oh, wow.
So Zane was presented with an official certificate from the Guinness Book of World Records.
That is super awesome. With 30 seconds remaining in this heat number 6, as we've said, the scores that are showing on the board may be somewhat incomplete, so we as announcers are not sure exactly what the standings are at this moment. We'll have to give you that official information when it comes down to us. 10 seconds remaining. And it looks like we're going to end this heat with scores and results very unofficial. 3, 2, 1.
We're going to definitely be on hold for that next heat. There's only 0.7 tenths of a point separating first through third. So with some scores to lock in.
Here we go. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's so many scores to come in. So we're on the edge of our seats here in the booth, as you are on your couches, beds, wherever you're watching at home. Maybe you're on the beach looking for scores to lock in on your smartphone, as we see some fans in their blue chairs right in front of the booth. Give us a wave. Blue chairs,
Hi.
binoculars. Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. The blue chair duo in effect right now for spectating action on the beach. Here we go in blue out the back. This is quarterfinal number 1. This is Matt Becker. And Becker with a nice couple of carving slashes, kind of detouring through the competitors of the previous heat, as we see red blowing it up underneath the lip. That is Bo Nixon. And Bo really cranking a turn right there. Unfortunately, could not hold on and complete that maneuver. And don't worry, it is just a sprinkle. If anything, it'll make for a beautiful rainbow somewhere nearby. But it's just a passing shower. Sometimes you'll look up in the sky in Hawaii and there won't even be a cloud above you, but it's raining somehow. You're like, what the heck?
Oh, Cody Kerbox having a look and falling off on that one. We're into the quarterfinals. There will be 4 heats. They are 3-man heats top 2 will advance into the semifinals. So if you made it out of the very, very competitive 4-person heat in round 4, a little bit of a breathing room in the quarterfinals with 3 surfers and 2 of them having the opportunity to advance.
Definitely more pressure, though, because you don't want to be the third guy looking in or looking, from the outside looking in to advancement like, gosh, all I had to do was beat one guy to get out of this heat, and I couldn't do it. But it is 3 surfers in the heat. Top 2 will advance.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just handed the scores here, and I'm going to let Rocky tell you what happened, but whew, my heart is beating really fast. What an exciting heat. That's what we came down here to see.
Well, the last few scores turned in by each surfer was right in that 5-point range. It came down to tenths and hundredths of a point. In 4th place was Pomai Ho'opili. In 3rd place was Zane Schweitzer. In 2nd place, Sean Pointer. And winning that heat, Poinaiki Raioha.
Very well surfed in that last heat, as we saw a couple of riders up and riding. Matt Becker getting a couple of nice turns, and also Cody Kerbox behind him as they make their way back out through the lineup. You see our 2 advancement surfers, Zane Schweitzer and I take that back. Our heat winner and our 3rd place competitor, Zane Schweitzer. As we had some camera difficulties earlier, that couple in the blue chairs got lots of airtime, so they're stoked.
All right, so 17 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in this heat. So after all the scores were locked in, it was Poinaiki in 1st and Sean Pointer in 2nd. Here's a replay of the surfer in this heat in blue, Matt Becker. And you see Matt working the board and the paddle consistently and in unison. There's Pomai and the Ohana. And Poinaiki making his way up the beach. And we do have one of our surfers advancing out of that last heat. These heats are really stacked. Sean Pointer, you were able to get 2nd place. Must feel pretty good. How you doing down there?
How'd that heat go, man?
Yeah, it was like Rocky was saying, it's tough for sure. I mean, coming down to these, even round 4, I mean, onto the quarter, surfers are just, everyone's good. You know, everyone's putting their A game out there, and yeah, it was a close heat, I think, between Zane and just saw everyone in that heat. There's a lot of waves coming through. I actually freaking mistimed one spot and got quite a bit of really of the good sets kind of on the head, really. But it's really good out there. You know, it's pretty much what all you wanted to see at sunset. You know, especially with 3 other guys out there, and it's lining up, and winds are light, and surf's up. So you know, it's a lot of fun. But I'm stoked to make it through that one. It was definitely a tough heat. You know, everyone surfing really well.
Yeah, good job. Good luck in the semifinal.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, Sean. Good job. And you see our screen now featuring red and blue on the outside, Bo Nixon and Matt Becker. Bo, the Australian. Cody Kerbox in this heat in white, our Hawaiian from Maui. And Matt Becker in blue from California. And he had that really great ride in the previous round. We'll see if he can string something together for this heat, as we've got Matt Becker in first with a 3 and a 3.15. Cody Kerbox in second. And Bo Nixon currently in third. And down on the beach, we have Surfer from the last heat in the white jersey, Mr. Zane Schweitzer.
Zane, quarterfinal heat of here just quite didn't go the way you wanted, but how was the competition?
Well, I mean, the waves dropped a bit today, but there's still, really good competition waves out there, and yeah, the surfers are, surfing really good. It's coming to that time of the event where every heat is, a stacker. So it's gonna be really exciting to watch, and man, I'm bummed I didn't make it through. I was feeling good out there, but yeah, it was a tough heat, a little slow. I broke my paddle out there and had to run in and grab another. That definitely burned me, precious time. But for the most part, it's been a really fun event. Got to surf 3 heats up until the quarters, and yeah, so a lot of fun. And man, I wish the best to Sean and all the other competitors. I think definitely someone who has a high chance of winning this event. Poinike has been surfing really good, having really good wave selection. So good luck to everyone, and aloha. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Zane. Good job. Great showing here, making all the way to the 4th round as we see up and riding in blue, Matt Becker, and out the back in red, that is Bo Nixon. And Bo carves a nice turn off the top into a bit of a foamy section now from the previous waves, but staying busy, transferring the paddle nicely, and he kicks out. So we had a bit of an exchange between almost all of our surfers, actually all of them, yeah, all 3 of this quarter number 1 getting busy in that last exchange. And now on the beach we have the winner of the last heat from Tahiti, Mr. Poinike Raioha on the beach.
Ouais, j'ai eu des bonnes vagues. C'était vraiment long. J'ai tapé des bonnes manœuvres. J'ai assuré. Ma première vague, je suis tombé. Les deux vagues après, j'ai bien assuré jusqu'à la fin.
So thank you very much, Poinike.
All right, congratulations, Poinike. Great job. We'll see you in the quarterfinals in quarter number 4 with Kekoa Awai and Sean Pointer. So this is the quarterfinals, so top 2 advance to the semifinals. We are getting down to it, Anthony Vella. And now it comes time. We got to look at the drawing board, and we gotta do the old what announcers do. Sometimes it feels a little bit uncomfortable, but we got to pick a winner.
Yeah, it's pretty tough right now at this point, but I do have my personal favorites, and as we have red, that's Bo Nixon up and riding from Australia. All the Australians should be watching right now. Bo with a very nice cross-bow turn off the top. That's a very, very difficult maneuver with his paddle in hand. Another nice turn off the top. Bo getting some great turns, great use of the paddle as we saw Matt Becker paddling.
And it seems these Nash guys all have a similar style, all the way from Kai Lenny down through Benoit Carpentier, Chuck Patterson, and Bo Nixon, and Poinike Raioha as well, as we see up and riding another Nash team guy. This is white Cody Kerbox. And Cody slashing right in the pocket very beautifully. Roundhouse Cuddy got more open face to work with as this one gets foamy as well for him. And just kind of lost his footing there. And interesting to see as the heats go on. This is their 3rd and 4th heat that they're surfing today. Little bit of rubber in the legs maybe, and some stamina and endurance being tested here.
Definitely. In live action, we have Matt Becker dropping into a very nice wave, coming off the bottom. Boom, throwing some spray off the top. Matt looking for the next turn on this wave. Nice little snap again, right in the pocket. Little whitewash section that he avoided. Section avoidance right there by Matt. As we are going to a replay of Bo Nixon's last wave.
And Bo able to crank a couple of turns on his wave 2 waves ago with a couple of nice little turns and a kick out. 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in quarterfinal number 1. As we said, top 2 will go to the semifinals. They'll meet the top 2 of the next heat in the semis. And you know, I have a couple of different guys to pick here. Of course, Kai Lenny has to be up in the top running. He's a former 2-time winner here. And as we're watching a replay of white Cody Kerbox, little air drop back into it. And then this is the money turn, just cranking it in the pocket, sliding that tail out just a little bit. But also Ikaika Kalama is an emotional pick for me. I'd like to see him win because he's part of the Hawaiian Water Patrol team, and he's got close ties here on the North Shore. Kai Lenny, a fellow Turtle Bay ambassador to myself, so I got a pull for him too. And but there is just a lot of great surfers here. It's going to be exciting. No matter who ends up on top, it's going to be a race in the way of surfing action to the finish.
It definitely is, as we see Cody Kerbox driving off the bottom. A little mid-wave turn right there. Cody with another turn. Not quite offering any radical sections for him with the speed that some of the other waves are offering, but Cody just likes to keep busy. He's gotten a few waves in this heat, and looks like we have some scores that are dropped in with Matt Becker last wave coming in at a 4.65 to go with a 3.15. Matt Becker is in first place with a 7.8. And second, before that last ride, is Cody Kerbox with a 2.5 and a 2.15. Couple of smaller scores for Cody. He needs a 5.3 to take over the lead. And Bo Nixon with, I believe, a score to lock in as well. He's got a 2.75 to go with his 1.5. He needs a 1.9 to move into second place.
Hey, and if you guys are feeling a little bit lazy down there, or if you want a little energy pick-me-up, we've got free samples of Amp Energy up here to the left-hand side of the tower. Free samples of Amp Energy. Get the latest flavors. They got cherry, lemonade, the classic citrus. All here on site at Sunset Beach. Mahalo to Amp Energy for keeping us fueled and focused here at the Sunset Beach Pro. As you're looking at our 3 quarterfinalists in the water right now, that is white Cody Kerbox, blue Matt Becker, and red Bo Nixon.
I promise, Rocky, I will, in the next couple of heats, pick a winner. I'm looking at this list trying to narrow it down between what I'm seeing out there. You know, in my heart, you've got those people like you would love for Ikaika Kalama to win, as would I. I mean, but I've got to go for the California guy, Matt Becker, getting a nice double barrel in the previous round. But it's tough to not pick Kai Lenny.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, Pale Lizarazu's been in the final here each of the last 3 years. Robin Johnston is a former runner-up, almost took out Kai Lenny in that 1 year that Kai won. So it's been, you know, it's very exciting. Sean Pointer, a runner-up in the world standings. Keiko Awai, very capable. The young Poi Nike showing he can battle back, being 4th place in the last heat, battled back to 1st place and ended up advancing into the quarterfinals. So, you know, that's shows you his character as a young person, surfing very maturely. So it's a toss-up, but like I said, it's going to be entertaining all the way to the end. Stick around. We are very close to crowning a stand-up World Tour Sunset Beach Pro champion.
Very close indeed, as we see Cody Kerbox again on another wave, but just clipped him in the heels on that one. And, Rocky, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think the kid who has impressed me the most throughout this entire event is Poi Nike Rioja. And that's going to be Anthony Vela's pick to win the event.
All right.
What an incredible surfer. Watching him on that big day, we called that heat together where he caught every single wave and just rode out of the wave, didn't take any of them on the head. Just, I would like to know how young, how old is Poi Nike? Anyone down there know?
He is approximately 17 is what we're getting. If anybody has a precise number, that would be great. Yep, so Poi Nike, one of our younger competitors, he was in the, well, he has to be under 17 to be in the Nakamakai Youth Challenge. So he may be even younger than that, but we'll check on that. But he is definitely impressing us. He is 15-1-5. So ladies out there, back off. He's still young yet. Nah. He is 15 years old and showing excellent wave knowledge, excellent focus and determination to get back from 4th place into 1st place in the last heat. And, of course, his skill speaks for itself.
Very, very skillful surfer. And it just looks like he's having a good time out there and really enjoying himself. They're getting a chance to hang out with the Napoleon family, all the Tahitians. So thanks to the Napoleon family being the great ambassadors of basically of everything. They're just some of the nicest people that you'll meet. So Aaron and Riggs and Tasha out there, thank you guys for being the people that you are.
Yes, much mahalos to the Napoleon Ohana, the very, very well credited and famous ocean culture Ohana, the Napoleons. Still going. I see another small one up here today Riggs was carrying around, so generations to come will be using that name synonymous with Hawaiian ocean culture. And semi number 2 getting ready. 3 minutes 40 seconds. Quarter number 2. 3 minutes 35 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. Currently, it is Matt Becker in first, a 4.65 and a 4.0. Bo Nixon in second with a 5.5 and a 2.75. Cody Kerbox in third with a 5.0 and a 2.5. He needs a 3.26 to go to second. Cody Kerbox needs a 3.26 to go to second. And with 3 minutes remaining, he is definitely on the hunt for a wave. He's very capable, so don't count him out by any means. He's a young, very energetic, enthusiastic stand-up paddler and has the skill to get all the way to the finals if he's given the correct waves, and he needs one of a 3.26 currently to be precise.
3.26, well within his abilities. We'll see if a wave approaches for him as Matt Becker is having a look at this one. Matt Becker, our current heat leader, and one of my picks to do as well as he can. He's a good friend, been traveling with him to a lot of different races, and this is one of the first surfing competitions that I have got to see him really, really shine. And say hello to his mother, Martha Becker, and father Mark is here watching him and keeping an eye on him.
And I got to apologize to mom and dad when I called him Brennan Rose quite a bit earlier for his interview. I do deeply apologize. And he is now in the quarterfinals, in the lead in this quarterfinal with less than 2 minutes remaining, and is looking like in pretty good shape to advance on. But there is a set out the back, 1 minute 40 seconds. This could be a crucial exchange. This heat is very close. A 7.5 total for Cody Kerbox in third, and 8.65 total for Matt Becker in first. So a little bit over 1 point separating first and third gives you an indication of how close this heat is with 1 minute 20 seconds remaining.
I'll tell you what, Rocky, in Australia, they're nervous right now. In the United States, they're on the edge of their seats. And over here in Hawaii, they're really rooting for Cody Kerbox, who's trying to get position on this wave. Can't tell if it's white or red in position. Looks like Cody Kerbox dropping into this one, fading back a little bit. Oh, that was a very nice turn off the top with speed. Lots of speed coming off the bottom. Boom, laying down another good turn. See if he can add some variety into this wave. Oh, Cody with a little tail slide back into the whitewater, but Matt Becker out the back in blue. We'll see what Matt can do on this one.
And Matt's up and riding down the line speed, tucking in, going for the barrel, just right out in front of that pit. And a nice little stalling floater off the top. 25 seconds, Bo Nixon out the back. All three surfers getting into the exchange here within 1 point of each other. Matt Becker finishing on the inside. And it's red on the outside, Bo Nixon with 10 seconds. And that one shuts down finally on Bo Nixon, but counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness, what incredible action. Just like the last heat of round 4, the first quarterfinal, a 3-man heat. We had a flurry of waves at the end of the heat, right on the buzzer. All 3 riders getting significant scores, all of them doing turns out the back, linking them. Oh my goodness.
That is when we really like to say we're glad we're not a judge. But our guys upstairs doing a great job all contests long, and they're going to keep it up and put in the scores for that last heat. Counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So much like the last heat, we're going to have to wait till we get the printout sheet to see the scores, because the computer system is trying to keep up with the heavy action that's going on in the lineup. Our judges are able to keep up with it nicely and inputting the scores, and then our computer system takes time to jumble them up together. But we'll get the printout and we'll give you the official results as soon as we have them. So right now, we don't know who advanced out of that last heat, but a really great job for all the surfers in the last heat.
And you know they're coming in thinking, my last wave was pretty good, so
Yeah.
hopefully I...
All of them were thinking, oh, my last one was probably my best one. And it always feels good getting a last wave at the buzzer. And look at this heat in the water, Anthony. The heat is on, and look at these sets coming in for quarterfinal number 2. Quarterfinal number 3, check in Ian Voss, Robin Johnston, Peo Lizarazu.
And we've got Kyle Voss up and riding in white on this one. Nice under the lip turn, but just falling off his board, and in red catching the second. Oh, nope. Having a look.